What up with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy, Juan Miguel, and I'm hanging out again down here at my studio with none other than the Right Reverend Bishop Will Suddeth. You know how I always do. Whenever I got to do something with an organ, I bring in a real organ player. And this is what a real organ player looks like. This is what John Mike looks like, but this is what a real organ player looks like. But you've seen him on a few of my other videos. I'll link those in the cards down in the description, all of those good things like that. So today we are here with this most requested video. I've been getting your comments, I've been getting your emails, your Facebook posts, and you've been DMing me and all of that stuff. When are you going to review the Hammond B-3X by Ik Multimedia? And today is that day where we review it and we talk about it. So I had to bring Will in so we can get a real opinion from a real organ player that can really give us this thing. So looking at the interface of it, we're just gonna look through the interface. So what do you think, Will, about how they kind of laid this out? I think they laid it out pretty dope.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's perfect, man. I mean, so I remember the original software organ. Can I say the name?
Yeah, you can say
okay.
You can say that name.
Okay. The Native Instruments B4. And so their interface was similar to this.
That's what I was about to say.
Best looking kind of interface. Which just like it looks like you're looking at the top of an organ. Looking from like an eye view, looking at the organ.
I think that's really dope.
You can see it. So I think the interface is perfect.
Yeah, they got that. Then you can jump into this control mode
right.
where you could just kind of compact it and just look at that. Now, one thing I thought was dope when I kind of played with it just initially before he got here is that just by me plugging it up, I didn't have to do anything. All of the controls on my MIDI control auto map to it, so I was able to control the drawbars just by using my MIDI control. I didn't have to do anything map because they have it inside of settings over here where it says MIDI controllers. And it has everything already pre-mapped for you and gives you the CC, and you can jump in here and change that CC if you need to map your controller. But it like automatically map. I have to do like other softwares. I've had to MIDI learn those. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes every time.
Yeah, every time you open it, you gotta oh man, I gotta relearn all of this stuff. And then just to be able to do that. But this auto mapped it, and right out the gate for me, I think that's just like amazing, just amazing that they did it like that. And then you got your preset bars and stuff like that, all of your chorus, all of the things you would expect from a regular kind of organ or whatever. But the biggest thing is sound. It looks good, but how does it sound?
Well, I mean, let's take a listen. I mean, I think it sounds great.
I mean,
I think they sampled it well, or however they did it. I don't know if they physically modeled it or sampled it or what they did.
I think they modeled it. I think it's kind of like more of a model thing. But they got, like we was looking at and talking about before, they have different versions, which I thought was really, really cool. So like if I come out of this mode and you click on advanced, now you have like all of these little kind of tone wheel controls.
Yes, sir.
And so that particular model that you're playing is a 1955 B3, but they have a 1956 B3 as well. And that's kind of like what this sounds like. Let's see if we can hear any.
You can hear a little difference.
Yeah.
I don't know, does it sound brighter? I think it's a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. So a lot of these, like with the organ, and we were talking about this earlier. A lot with the Hammonds, the A100, the C's, well, the A's, the C's, and the B's mostly sound the same. You have to really kind of like be a studier.
Yeah, like you got to be a purist,
straight purist.
Yeah,
and I can't say that I'm a purist.
Yeah.
So I can hear some nuances, but a lot of them sound the same to me.
Probably if you had headphones on.
Yeah.
And he was listening on headphones.
I know some guys that could probably hear the difference immediately.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool that they have all those
different models.
Tone wheel models.
Yeah, because you got a couple of A100s in here, a 1960 and a 1971. I'll just go with the 71. We won't listen to the 60 because it's A100. Yeah, I mean, it sounds good, man. I think it's cool, man. I think it's real cool. Like I said, you got all the other settings. Now, what I thought was also really dope about it is that they got the effects and stuff like that. So you got the regular organ stuff, but then you also got like Stomp Effects for those who are into that stuff. I don't think, and I in gospel, we're gospel cats.
We just play organ.
We just play organ like it is. I haven't. In none of my life of playing, I've been playing almost 26 years. I don't think I've ever seen in gospel now. I know it's probably heavy in like rock and jazz and some of those things, but I've never seen anybody up there with a stomp pedal, on their organ. Have you?
Not for organ. Now, what I do know is with these stomp boxes, a lot of times there's people that use their electric guitars.
Yeah.
And they like to run it through a Leslie speaker.
There you go.
I particularly don't like it. I don't really like it too much.
But that's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. I mean, people love to run their lead guitars through those Leslie speakers. So that's kind of what that's for. And then you can also use other sounds. Like you can put a Rhodes. And sometimes I think.
Yeah, I've seen people do that with the Rhodes.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But it's hard for me to hear that spin in other instruments other than the straight organ. It's just difficult for me to really get with.
We'll play around with this. Is like the little distortion, I guess the tube distortion.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can kind of hear it opens it. It's like
if you wanted to, bring the mix down a little bit, just to make it a little dirty, maybe.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get some drawbar action on Time is sitting this week, y'all. So
well, I want to mess up. If that's messing up, I want to mess up like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you got that, the stomp, and then they got an EQ, like a 10-band EQ. So that's kind of what what it is. You could just use that to kind of, I guess, add some air, some low end. So it gives you another chain of like a gain stage where you can kind of do some things. They got a chorus built in, which I often wonder why that, because vibrato and chorus, it's already built into the organ. But I guess
it's all about developing your sound. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there you go.
Because sometimes there's those little nuances can help you make it sound similar to what you like your organ that you play at church or whatever it is when you want to record with it. So you can kind of really, it gives you a lot of different avenues to tweak with it.
They just wanted to throw it in there, I guess, for those who wanted it in there. You can have it. So that's really cool. But I think where the real action happens, though, in the cabinet, and from what you was telling me, this is more set up like the amplitude, like because Ik Multimedia makes that as well. So basically, they just like threw that into the this whole setup or whatever. So I thought it was pretty cool. You got your setup and your mic distance where you can kind of put that up, make it at a 180 or you can put it at 90 degree right in front of the thing and then control the distance to kind of get a different sound.
Yeah, that 180 gives you, from what they say, it gives you more of a 70s vibe.
Yeah.
It's like a wider, I don't know if it's like a wider spectrum or what it is.
Let's see. Let's just kind of play it and see. So, well, we'll do 90 first. This is 90. And then this is 180.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So it gives you two different textures. Sometimes you want a sound to be different in your mix. You want something different. Something that it's like ear candy.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. So
So you got the slow speed, acceleration, all of that.
Right.
Then you got your Leslie amp, so you can choose what type of amplifier you want and what kind of cabinet, and you can mix and match those together. 122 amp with the 122A.
Yeah.
Or like you said your combo is like what you said is like the 122 with a 3300.
Yeah, 3300 watt amp and 122. And I mean, it beats going into a Leslie and getting an amp out and taking it and putting in another Leslie.
Yeah.
Just, that's labor.
Yeah.
and time money. And effort and money.
Yeah.
So you got that in the software. And it really, like I said, it's all about developing your sound. So it gives you some different opportunities to really just tweak how you want. And like the different amps have different features too. So there's different ways that they connect with the tube amps and all that.
Yeah, because I noticed that when I hit here, you can see. You said the 122A is like basically today's.
That's
Leslie.
That's
today's Leslie that most everybody's using. Then you got the 147. That kind of has that feel, and then you got the 33.
That's what I call the church Leslie, 147.
The 147. That's the church Leslie.
That just, to me, the saturation of it just makes it sound like you in a nice Pentecostal church.
Okay, there you go. And then you got the 3300.
Right.
This, that, and see, I haven't seen many of them in church.
Now the 3300W, it's cool. Most of these are good. I mean, if you got a Leslie speaker, you straight. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much regardless of which kind you have. But the 3300W, it has like some tweakable parameters on the real Leslie. So like you have like an EQ box and some different, I think some input output things on there too as well. So that makes it cool.
Options. Right. Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. And then you got all your tweaks and stuff for that low, mid, high, all of that stuff like that. They got the Leslie EQ where you can EQ it, and then you got a guitar amp. If you want to, some people like that kind of thing. I guess.
So you still get the spin though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But you get that guitar amp saturation.
Yeah.
So
then you got the mixer where you can actually, mix, your volumes and everything on your mics and everything. So that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
That's
a good feature right there. I use that a lot on the T-Rax and the Amplitude Leslie. Because it gives you can move like your bass pedal, you can move like the horn.
Got
so
it.
you want to let's look. Can we play with that for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
For a hot second. So like if you like turn the drum down. So now you see, so it sounds like an older Leslie.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So you turn that drum. Of course,
I can link them.
Yeah, if you don't know, the drum gives you the low. And the horn gives you the high.
So if you want more, so this is really just tweaking that.
Yeah, and so both of them spin. So that's what you're hearing like with a real Leslie, you're hearing a 3D effect because a lot of times that low and like we're looking at it on the screen there. That's how it works for real. Like sometimes you can program it so that horn is going one way and the drums going the other. So that gives you it gives you even more of a different kind of texture. Yeah, it's really that's I like how they do that in here as well.
That's pretty cool.
But it really makes it like you turn that horn down and you got just drum, or you turn the drum down, you got just horn.
Yeah.
So you can like basically create the age of your Leslie doing that.
I got it.
So
that's
you got a broke Leslie at your church, but you like the way it sounds. You can tweak it to make it sound like your broke Leslie at the church.
Emulate it and get that feel that you want.
Exactly.
That's dope, man.
Exactly.
That's dope. And then the only other thing that they added in here, which was really cool, is this post effects section, which really just gives you like more of that back end boost. So if you want to run your Leslie through a limiter and get some more volume out of it, you can do that, or you can get it through a vintage EQ. And I'm pretty sure they add its own character, its own warmth and character to it. Because you got that. That's basically like a Pool Tech EQ, and then that's the Limiter 76. That's 1176. That's like one of those classic compressors.
And that's important. See, these are important for like your mixes.
Yeah,
those are real important for that limiter. I didn't even know. I mean, I've been playing for a long time and doing sessions for a long time, and I didn't even realize that limiter it's kind of like a compression.
Yeah, it's compression.
That's what it is.
It just gives you that,
and it gives you an extra. It just it helps you to cut through the mix better.
Yeah, glue as we call it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then and I'm pretty sure that EQ is just there. It's an EQ, but because it's like a vintage EQ, it adds like that saturation. Warmth, that vintage.
They should probably call this the warmer.
Yeah, that'd probably be where it is.
The warmer section.
And reverb is pretty much speaks for itself. We know what reverb is, but that's pretty much the organ, man. You got this. You got some, in the advanced section, you can kind of master tune, and they got transpose in here. I like they kind of added the little. The little stamp and the little plug and all of that there.
Now, can we look at if you can go back to this
organ place.
Can we look? Let's see what the vibrato is doing.
Okay, let's so you got your different. Let me go to the big controls. So you got your C3. Which one you want to change it to?
Well, let's go to no vibrato.
Okay.
No vibrato, no swell.
Turn the swell off.
Yeah, turn the swell. Yeah, you turn both of those. I don't know which one if it's control on top or bottom. Okay, now that's how you know. That's how you know if your organ sounds real or not.
Okay.
Because you got just you don't have no vibrato, you don't have no chorus. Now turn that vibrato. Yeah. I think it. Sometimes people don't. A lot of people don't get that section of it right.
Right.
I think they got it right. Let's see. Let's try C2.
Okay.
Yeah. Try V3. I think it's V3. They call it the funeral organ. But also, Whitfield used that organ.
Okay.
Thomas Whitfield. It's just a Whitfield song. That's a Thomas Whitfield organ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
but that was the Whitfield sound. That was the Whitfield sound. Yeah,
all day, man. But everybody's accustomed to C3.
C3. That's the one. That's what I normally have it locked on.
That's where everybody goes C3. And your percussion. I got the percussion turned off, but it's on there.
That's good. I like that. They did good with the vibrato. They did good
nice.
They did good with that.
It's good stuff, man. So overall, what do you think? Like as a thing. I mean, because there's people that's watching this. That's like, I'm watching this, and I want to know: do I need to spend my hard-earned dollars on this?
If you do not have a regular Hammond organ that you're working with, and you play it, you play a MIDI organ, this is the organ to have right here. I think it's. Wow. I mean, and there's a lot of good ones. And like I told you in the last video, I mean, you got. You got a GSI BB3, you got you got B5, and they're good organs. They're good, but I think Ik Multimedia, the big thing with them is the Leslie. That's what makes or breaks with this one. Yeah. Is that Leslie is cool, but they also did their thing with this organ. You can really, if you have a MIDI organ and control this with your MIDI organ, it's gonna sound like you got a real organ in your situation.
That's what's up.
With of course with tweakable parameters.
Yeah,
and that's what MIDI is all about.
That's it, man. We're gonna have to do a shootout. This next video. We'll do another video where we do a shootout between the Logic organ because everybody's on the Logic organ. Yeah, and we got to do my favorite is the B5. I want to see what this sounds like compared to the B5.
Okay,
So,
okay.
you know, if that video was already dropped, I'll drop a link to it down in the description. If it's not, you're gonna have to wait on it. But if it is, you'll see a link to that down in the description, and you'll see a link up in the cards that'll probably pop up right about now. And you can click on that and go check that video about that with the shootout and stuff like that. We'll throw that in while I got Will here. We'll go ahead and do a shootout. So that's it. I appreciate you guys hanging out with your boys, and you know, you know how we do with the videos. Hit the like button, the share button, hit a comment down there, and let me know how your auntie and your uncle is doing. I like to interact with you guys down in the comments. And if you decide you want to purchase the B3X, it is an affiliate link down in the description of the video, also down in the comments. I like to put it down there. It supports the channel when you do that. It's not like you're giving me $50 or $100 every time you use that link. It's just something to help kick back the channel, so I can use this to buy more software, buy other keyboards and things that I do for review on this channel. All right, we appreciate you, Will, for hanging out with us. You go check this guy, go follow him on Facebook, Will Suddeth, right?
Yes, sir. Will Power Music.
Will Power Music. Go check this guy out, and we'll talk to you guys on the next video. I'm out. Holla at your boy.